All right, guys, here's another little small video. It may end up being long, just depends on how far my mind takes me. And remember that I'm going to start off one way, but it's going to make sense, and I'm going to pull the building in this video. I'm going to talk about construction. But I'm going to start out with I got a younger boy. He's 16 now. And, he plays baseball. He loves the game, plays. He's been a pretty decent baseball player for a good little while. I think he started around 7 years old at the Southern Pitch Machine. And one thing I used to do when he started playing, he started getting pretty good at it. I think when he got around 11 or 12 years old, I would do things like I'd say, man, so what do you want to do when you grow up? I asked him that, and he'd tell me, back then he'd say he wanted to be a professional baseball player. And guys, I would give him a hard time. I'd look at him and I'd say, look here, man, that is a very difficult task. Just being real, being realistic. And as a father, that's what fathers do, especially to their boys. They give them a dose of reality. This is just how the world is, man. I didn't make this rule, but if you look at the probability of you making it to the major league, and the reason I had the mindset that I have is because I had a roommate that was he was an athletic freak when it came down to baseball. I mean, he was natural. And a real good best friend of mine, man. These guys they were phenomenal. And these guys didn't even make it, they might have made it up to, double A or triple A. But these guys worked hard, man, and they didn't make it to the major league. And so it is a tough task, to make it in, sports at the professional level, man, it's really tough. And I tell my son that, look, man, the probabilities you making it, man, you might not make it, man. He'd get mad at me, he'd get mad. He got to the point where when I asked him what he want to do, he don't even want to talk about it. But I know he still want to play baseball. He's still playing now, but here's the thing, and I'm going somewhere with this right here, guys. I would do that on purpose. I would do that. Now, his mom would tell him, yes, you could want to play professional baseball, but you got to also have a plan B. You need to have something that you can plan back on. Well, I wasn't thinking that way when I was telling him that. And here's my ideology, guys. I would tell him that, and they'd call me a dream killer. You are a dream killer. You just destroy people. You tell them what they can't do. Well, here's my philosophy. If you let my words stop you or hinder you from becoming who you're going to be or who you want to be, then you don't need to be trying to strive for that anyway. Guys, I don't believe in plan B. I don't. I believe you have to have plan A, and you got to make plan A work. Now, you got to be realistic about it, man. I'm not saying that if you're 50 years old and you're still trying to go out here and secure a professional athlete or put yourself in the professional realms. Your body is, logically speaking, man, your body's just not going to be there. But if there's something that you want to do, doesn't matter what it is. I love building, guys. I got to make it work. I got to do what I got to do to make it work. And you know something? You're going to get knocked down, almost to the point to where sometimes you may not feel like you can get back up. But you got to make plan A work. And that's what yes, I would say things to them and just try to see where his mind is. But at the end of the day, if it's something that you want to do, I look like I say, construction guys, it's one thing, and you have to be obsessed with it. It's a necessity. You got to want to do it so bad, man. I mean, you do it you do it anytime. And being paid up, on the front end, it doesn't mean anything to you because you almost do it. You probably do it for free because that's how much you love it. This is the mindset that we have to have, especially in entrepreneurship, guys. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a home builder, if you're a subcontractor, are you doing anything? And I can relate it with sports, especially baseball, because I think baseball is like a meta. When you look at baseball, man, baseball is like, you can relate a lot of things in life with the game of baseball. Just like in baseball, you don't necessarily have to be the best player on the field to play the game. You don't have to be the most athletic. You can get away with not having the best out there. It just depends on where your mind is as a coach. But guys, this is something that I was thinking about, and we have to love the trades. Like I said, you gotta love it, man. And no one should be able to talk you out of doing what you want to do. Okay. Just a quick one. Just thought I'd share that with everybody. You guys have a good one.